All right, well, I heard from Ranks that today's Fibble was interesting, so I'm going to take a look at this. This is the game that's like Wordle, but on every line, one of the clues is a lie. And I'm going to try the hard mode today, where you have to guess something that's a possible answer. So normally with couch, I would probably follow up with something with a lot of the same letters, like maybe pouch. Pouch isn't as good because you're just reusing the grays, but I can't do that. So let's use the C and assume that one of these other ones is a lie and should be in there. We could do CO something maybe, and then what about Colt? Seems good. Okay, so interesting. That didn't really help at all, did it? Because we didn't. Well, okay, so we were guessing that, assuming the O was the lie, which obviously it still could be. It still could be the lie. Actually, it would just have to be the lie on both of them. I'm inclined to think the C and the odds are the C and the O are true, unless it was the lie in the same place, the exact same lie both times, which is possible. But so if we assume those are true, then there needs to be a U or an H or a second C. And there needs to be an L, a T, or an S. So let's stick with the C. Let's do... We could do CH something. CH... Chase? If the S and the H were the lies? Sure. We're chasing the lies. All right. So, one of the C's is a lie. One of these S's is a lie, which means everything else on those two lines is true, which means this O is true. Which means this H is true, because there's no H. Okay, so we know all of that. So, again, if we're assuming the C is true, which it might not be, then basically there would have to be a U or a second C. And if that C is true, that means this is the lie, which means this S is true, which means that S is a lie. That works. No. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yes, that does work. Now, if the green C's are the lies, then that would mean this is true. So that's the lie. So this is true. And then we would have nothing other than the yellow E. So let's assume the C and the S are true, and there's an E somewhere. Something like crest, but we know there's no T. So that doesn't work. Oh, and we said, right, if the C is true, then we need to have a U. So we need to have, right, we need to have this. We need to have a U, and we need to have an E, not at the end. So unless the U is at the end, we would have to have EU in the middle. Q's, but what's going to be at the end? Or, so that doesn't actually work. Or we need to have a second C, I guess, which is possible. Instead of a U, we could do C, E. I mean, what, with an S, C at the end? I mean, it's short for crescendo, but I doubt that's a possible word. It's more of an abbreviation. It is possible. I don't know, I guess I could guess it. Why not? Okay, I didn't think it was probably in the word list. Okay, but I don't think it's gonna be the EU either. Which makes me think that the gray C is the truth, the gray S is the truth, and all we have is the yellow E and everything else is gray. So, what can we do? Rain. Rain, that's R-I-G-N are all new letters that we haven't done yet. E in a new spot. Okay. Okay, very interesting. So, okay, so let's assume that we were correct in our previous assuming, that our assumptions were correct. And so we still have the E, what if the E is the lie? We need to have an R somewhere else. You know, something like fiery, but that would be I-E. Well, if the I was the lie, if the I was the lie, it's supposed to be yellow, the E would be yellow, the R would be yellow. That actually works, fiery. if the I is the lie there. Sure, let's do that. Okay. So that still fits. If the I is the lie, that works. The E would be true, the R would be true potentially still. Now, if that's right, then the R has to be at the end. If the R is not the lie on this last one. Then what would be, but if the R is the, if I, E, and R are true here, then the F or the Y has to be a lie, which means there has to be an F or a Y. And I don't really know what's gonna work in that format. So what if the R is the lie? Is there another thing like this besides fiery? Weird. Oh no, that's EI, isn't it? All right, well, I don't think there's anything else that's got the IER. Which means the R can't be the lie there. So we're gonna say this R is true. Now, it could be a lie and that it's supposed to be gray, right? But that would make it the lie here as well. Which would mean that both of these I's are true and this E is true. It's not possible. So it can't be that this is, if this can't be a lie that's supposed to be gray, basically. If it's a lie, it has to be green, but I don't think that works. So I think this is true. Doesn't necessarily mean this is true. This could be the lie because it's supposed to be green. But again, we have the problem here of this I is then true, which means this E has to be the lie, which then means that this I is true, and you got a double I again. And I don't think we're gonna have I in the middle there. So I don't think that one can be a lie either. I think those both have to be true. We know one of these two is a lie, the I or the E. We know that. One of them is a lie. And again, if this is true, this is a lie, which makes that true, and you've got a double I. So I don't think this one's gonna be true. I think that is the lie. I think that's the lie. So let's go off that assumption. I don't know if I want to mark it yet though, because I mean, it is theoretically possible you could have a double I. I can't imagine a word with the double I like that though. So if that's the lie, these could still both be true here, but then again, you need the F. No, that doesn't. Yeah, because then you'd have to have an F or a Y. It would have to be like this. I don't like that. So I think the I or the E has to be a lie here. Could we have, right, we could have an ER like this. If the E was the lie, that would work. But then what would it be? We can't do, there's no F, because if we're assuming the E is the lie, then the F is true, the gray F. Diver? Diver would work. So that's C's, the green C's are lies, the green S is a lie, the I is a lie, this green E is a lie. I think that works, diver. Okay, so, well, the V can't be the lie, right? Because where would it go? It would have to be, I mean, the only thing that could be if it was a lie is it's supposed to be green, in which case we got the answer. So that can't be right. So that is true. There's no V. So I still like the IER, which would mean this would have to be the lie. Now it could be that there's a D in the middle, something like whiter. If the D was supposed to be yellow, let's try it. Okay, well, one of these two R's is a lie, which means the E's are true, the I's are true. One of these two D's is a lie. We don't necessarily know that D is a lie. If the R was a lie, we would have all of this, which would mean the R is third. The R would have to be third. And then we could have a D at the end. No, because the No, because the D at the beginning would have to be true. It would have to be this. Because the green R is the lie. The D is true at the beginning. I don't like that, so I don't think that works. I don't think the green R is the lie. I think the green D is the lie, which makes this true, which makes this a lie. And these are true then. So we've got I something ER. It's gotta all be new letters. Piper? I mean, I'm running out of possibilities here. Or mixer. I don't know. Piper or mixer? I can see benefits to both of them. Piper is nice because depending on what clues you get, I guess, we would find out potentially if there's a P in either spot. Although I'm not sure what it would be if there was only one of the two P's. And mixer is nice because it's checking two new letters, but if there's lies, then you don't know. Biker is also possible. This is tough because it's a lying puzzle and it's a trap word. And riper. No, we can't have an R at the beginning. Never mind. Yeah. Well, I think piker might be a word, which would normally let you check piper and biker as well. But it's a little tricky with the lying. Let's go for that. Okay, so we're pretty sure this is the lie, which means the rest of these are true, which means it's Piper. All right, well, took to the last guess, but we got there. So, man, having lies, forcing hard mode on myself, and having a trap word, the IER. Wow, and a double letter with the P's, and that was a tricky one. Well, got there though. So anyways, let me know if I made any mistakes up here with the, forcing myself to do hard mode, or I guessed something that maybe wasn't possible. I do that sometimes. It's hard to check all the things sometimes and really catch it all, but I tried to do it right. So anyways, and let me know how you did with today's Fibble, and if you found it difficult too with the trap word and the double letter. And of course, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.
I mean, all these people who are smarter and more successful than me believe that we will get AGI within our lifetime.
You can be smarter and more successful and still be wrong about the future, though.
Yes.
That's
happens all the time.
That's absolutely true. But I just personally just.
Oh, it's N. No, it's NEU. That's right. Neutron. There we go. Okay. Very good. Ooh. Oh, it's projects or projects. Oh, I missed the S. This is a tricky one with the, if this is right, with the triple R and then the double R, double A over here, you sob the owner. Oh.